Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This one's about how my teacher freaked out over nothing. Let's get right into the video. So, at the time, I wasn't even doing anything wrong. The teacher was just kind of mad. She's been mad for multiple days. So, we'll start all the way back at the beginning, where some kid was just feeling like he had to start something for no reason. So, I was doing a practice test because I had to study for a test I had in that class. But the thing was, first off, the teacher did not want me to even practice for the test because the test wasn't for her class, and I personally was I cared more about the test than about her class. So I was doing the test and I was just trying to memorize and try to get a good grade on the test. So I'm practicing, and the teacher's like, get off the practice test. What, do you think my class is less important than the rest of the classes? I mean, sort of, I guess, because, I felt the test was more important, because we didn't even have any assignments or anything. It was just kind of like sitting in class. So, I was just sitting in the class, not really doing anything. And then I get back on the practice test, and that kid I was talking about earlier, he had came up to me and exited out the practice test on my computer. And I got mad at him. And I was like, dude, why would you do that or whatever? I was getting mad. So I'm just getting mad at him, and just after a while I was just kind of like, oh, that's why you got beat up in PE, and I said all this stuff about how a couple days ago he was running around and got tripped up so hard. It was hilarious. So I'm just making fun of him or whatever. And I mean, sure, maybe I took it a little too far, bringing up random stuff about how he got beat up and all this stuff. Also, this kid was 4 feet tall. He was super short, so he was not like he was gonna fight anybody anyways. So I kept on jumping at him, and he kept on running away immediately. So I was like, whatever. And I just sit back down and I continue the practice test. And that kid starts throwing pencils at me. I'm just getting so annoyed because, you're doing way too much now. Because, the whole entire thing had already ended and he's still throwing pencils at me and stuff. So I was just getting mad, why would you do that? Da 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 da. And, I'm just getting really angry at him. So I'm just whatever. So, next thing, one of my friends who was helping me with the practice test had gotten so fed up. Also, one of my friends is way taller than that kid. Is taller than most of the teachers. So yeah, he gets so mad he just picks up a pencil, throws it super hard at this kid because he was so mad, so annoyed for no reason. So after that, the teacher gets mad, and instead of asking us, she immediately asks the kid who's always bad, who's always never doing what he's supposed to, always doing something on his phone or something, and he's just really annoying. So the teacher starts asking the kid what happened, and he totally lies. He does not tell a single drop of truth. But me and my friend, who both have the same exact story, so it looked like the kid was lying, obviously. So the teachers trust us because it's 2 people against 1. So yeah, after that, the teacher's just why would you do that? She goes in this tangent about how, just because someone was doing something to you doesn't mean you can do it back. So she just goes in this stupid tangent about how you, not instigate more stuff. And I guess she was right, but that kid was not going to stop throwing pencils at him. So it's just kind of what are you going to do? Just take it? That's super annoying. And he made you get rid of all of your progress. So what were you gonna do? So I'm just whatever. I just go back to my seat, and I have 2 classes back to back with this teacher. So right after that, I have another class with her, and this time she's been fed up because she's acting oh, well, she's acting it's our responsibility that she had a bad day, even though we didn't even do anything wrong really, because we didn't even give her the bad day. So she just starts freaking out or whatever. So basically, what happens is I'm reading, because this is reading class. So I'm just sitting there, and the teacher. So I dropped a piece of paper, and the teacher's like, "Oh my gosh, stop throwing stuff around." So I'm just like, I didn't throw it though. She's like, "Stop giving me attitude." She starts screaming about like how this generation's so disrespectful, and like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't be talking back to me like that." And I'm just like, sorry. I didn't really know what to do. I was just like, I wasn't throwing around a piece of paper. So she just gets super angry, and then after that, she's just chomping at the bit to catch another kid doing something bad, so that you can scream at the top of her lungs. So she is just like literally going crazy trying to find someone doing something bad. So she sees this girl with her phone in her back pocket, and she's like, "Give me your phone." And so I guess the girl didn't hear her, because she was just like, "Give me your phone," or whatever. She starts screaming about how you're so disrespectful, give me your phone right now. So she takes her phone out of her back pocket and gives it to the teacher. And then afterwards, she starts screaming about how this. So she starts screaming, "Get to the back wall." We all standing up at the back wall. She starts screaming about how, like, "Oh, well, you're disrespectful and you're like always just doing random stuff or whatever and being off task." So then she started screaming about how, like, "Oh, there's so many people who died for your education and you're just disrespecting it." And she's getting really mad. She's like, "Oh, well, you should not be talking back to me. I'm your authority," or whatever. And she starts getting really, really angry for no reason. So she's freaking out. And then she starts talking about like stuff that happened in her life. She's saying, like, she's talking about how she got divorced, cuz yeah, the teacher got divorced. And she starts saying it like it's our problem, like we did that to her. So she starts talking about how it's so hard for us teachers to do this stuff, and you're always turning in assignments late, and we have to like update grades and stuff. But I mean, like, that's your job. And she was like getting mad at us, like it's our fault for making her go to college for 4 years to try to be a teacher. Like, that's our fault. Like, 4 years ago, we were probably in like first grade. We did not even know you. Like, come on. Not in first grade. Like, I don't know. We were like in like fifth grade or something. Like, gosh, why do you? It's not even our problem. So she's just like goes crazy, just freaking out for no reason. So she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the principal in here, and like all these kids are gonna get in trouble and stuff." So she starts like saying like, "Oh, the principal's gonna like get you all like suspended and like for being like a bad attitude." But none of us even got called home or anything, so we didn't get suspended or anything. The teacher just kind of freaked out. And then the craziest thing is the next day, we come back to class, and this teacher has a whole different attitude. She's out here like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for what happened yesterday." She was like, "Yeah, I should have thought about what I was talking about, and like I shouldn't have been telling you all that." And yeah, she just goes in this whole entire spiel about like how she shouldn't have done that. So I assume she got like talked to by the principal herself. So we're trying to send a bunch of kids home for doing like literally nothing. So yeah, the teacher is just crazy, and that's the story about my crazy teacher. See you guys next time. Signing off.